We're talking about second citizenship here. Okay, so I want to go over something that I see and hear really often in the industry, especially big influencer accounts, which causes confusion. And it's important if you're somebody that wants a second or third citizenship, if you're like an aspiring sovereign individual type, you need to understand these differences, in my opinion. Okay, so we talk about different ways of getting citizenship, right? So, for example, we'll say there's citizenship by descent, there's citizenship by investment, there's citizenship by naturalization. That's a problem. That's category error. Okay, naturalization means becoming a citizen where you were not previously a citizen. Citizenship by investments, all of them are naturalizations. Okay, that in that instance, you were not a citizen, you applied to become a citizen. In addition, some citizenship by descent are also naturalization. Now, citizenship by descent generally can have two different categories. One category is like verification of citizenship, where you're making the claim that you were always a citizen since a past occurring event, usually birth, okay? And now you're just applying to be recognized as such. That's different fundamentally from naturalization. Now, I know what you're thinking now. Some of you might be thinking, okay, what does it matter? This is legal jargon. Oh, it matters. Okay, it matters. There are really important downstream effects, okay, depending on whether you have recently naturalized or if you've just applied for recognition of citizenship. I'll give you one quick example, okay? If you're an American citizen, if you're what's called a covered expatriate, right? So if you have, $2 million net worth or some other criteria, and you expatriate from the United States, you have to pay an exit tax. But there's an exemption for citizens that were dual citizens from birth, okay? And as long as they fulfill some other requirement, okay, specifically residency requirements. That means that that person, if they applied for recognition of citizenship, so let's say Hungarian verification or some other, citizenship by descent, they might actually qualify for a total exemption from that U.S. Exit tax. But if they naturalize elsewhere, they don't qualify at all. Okay, so that's just one example. That's just the exit tax. The difference between naturalization versus applying for recognition of citizenship can also matter for military service, criminal liability, passability of the citizenship, whether you qualify to be able to be recognized as a citizen based off of having, criminal record before or not, right? People who are trying to naturalize are less likely to be able to do so when they have a criminal record versus somebody just applying for recognition of citizenship. Because remember, if you have a criminal record and you're applying for recognition elsewhere, again, your posture is, I was always a citizen, even before I had that record, since the day I was born. I'm just applying to be recognized as such. So make sure you understand, don't be fooled by people who have, mixed up ideas of how they explain these things. Naturalization is different from verification.